Doctor, I am so happy to talk to you because as a member of the President's Advisory Board, you were among some of the first people who really got a chance to peek under the hood during transition. Can you just help us understand specifics? I mean, how far behind were you, and what are the areas of greatest concern?
Alicia, the Biden administration is inheriting a black box when it comes to vaccine distribution. So you have vaccines that are coming off the manufacturing line. You have some that are in pharmaceutical company warehouses. You have some of those that have been allocated, which essentially means assigned to certain states but haven't been shipped out yet. You have others that have arrived in the states, and then some of those have been distributed to facilities. But we don't have good transparency, a good handle on where those doses are along that entire chain, how many are where. And this is part of the reason it's been so difficult for facilities, for providers to schedule appointments, because they're not quite sure always what they have on hand and what is coming.
You have states like New York, California, others reporting vaccine and supply shortages, which are forcing them, as you said, to cancel these appointments. I think it's really hard to wrap your mind, Doctor, around all of this. Can you just walk us through what is behind these shortages and how long we should expect before we have more supplies?
Well, we've known for some time that we're not going to have enough vaccine for all 330 million Americans on day one. So it is going to take time. I think the real issue here, the real challenge is how do you match supply with appointments so that people are not disappointed when they go in or, and then they don't have vaccination there or their appointment is canceled. So, that's the real challenge we're contending with right now.
I want you to take a listen to what Dr. Fauci said about his experience dealing with this administration versus the last one. Take a listen.
I can tell you, I take no pleasure at all in being in a situation of contradicting the president. So it was really something that you didn't feel that you could actually say something and there wouldn't be any repercussions about it. The idea that you can get up here and talk about what you know, what the evidence, what the science is, and know that's it. Let the science speak. It is somewhat of a liberating feeling.
What will it look like to have this effort led by science?
If there's anything that I would call the Biden brand, it's to follow the science. And so you're going to see people like Dr. Tony Fauci, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, the new director of the CDC, Dr. Vivek Murthy, and others who are true scientists and doctors who really understand where things are, what we know and what we don't know. And you're going to be getting daily, weekly briefings from the scientists and government. And that's really what's going to guide the new administration's policy as well.
President Biden pledged to vaccinate 100 million people in the first 100 days. You have this whole back and forth over whether that is ambitious enough. I am not interested in that question. I am interested in understanding what it is going to take for us to get to the other side of this.
Well, part of it's supply, and we do anticipate talking to the manufacturers that supply will ramp up over the coming months. But that's not the only bottleneck. As I described, distribution continues to be challenging. And then you also have questions of demand. So that's really in the form of are people wanting to get vaccinated?
Right.
What we are seeing is already, as some people are getting vaccinated, their family, their friends are seeing that it has been safe and effective and are coming on board.
All right. Dr. Gounder, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.